My name is Myles, and I'm from a beautiful place in Wales. And yeah, I'm involved in a really cool project called Keeping Faith. There's no secrets between me and Evan.
I love you. Mwah. I love you. Mwah.
Well, I thought there wasn't.
I've lost Evan.
9 out of 10 missing persons turn up within a day or two.
People don't just go missing. Even I know that.
Keeping Faith is about a lady called Faith Howells who's living in an idyllic land, and we've set the story in Larne, the land of Dylan Thomas. It's idyllic, it's beautiful. She has 3 children. She's a very successful barrister, and her husband owns and runs a solicitor's in Larne. And she's got a really good life. They're happy and things aren't complicated. It's easy and the children are happy. And we wake up on a Wednesday morning to go about our usual day, school, work, coffee, and my husband gets in the car and never comes home. So we start the story there in episode 1, and then we have 8 hours, and the story is over 10 days and just over a week. So it's condensed what happens to Faith Howells and the family of Evan Howells in his absence. So she delves into who he is, what his life has been, whilst bringing up 3 children, running a business, and holding her head up high in a very small community where everybody's under suspicion.
Hello, Abercorn Police Station. How may I help you?
Terry, it's Faith.
Oh, hiya, love.
You're not going to let me down about this
Quiz night now, are you? We're banking on you.
I will be there. Listen, I've lost Evan.
What attracted me to the role was playing a female lead that wasn't a victim, that was strong. I could play against all odds. She's a character that's constantly swimming against the tide and getting smashed back, and yet she swims forward, and that shows great strength of character with this woman. It was lovely to be able to portray a woman who is a mum of 3 and has a job, and husband has disappeared and is juggling everything and still has time to laugh with her friends and family. It was lovely to play a woman who's flawed and not be apologetic for it. In preparation for this role, there was 2 things. We had a very long period of time to shoot this, because we shot it in 2 languages. So I prepped months before. Firstly, I had to be really fit because Faith Howells is relentless. It's non-stop. She's fast, she's furious, she's energetic. I couldn't get ill, I couldn't get injured. I needed to be on my top game. I have neighbours and friends who are lawyers, one of them being a criminal lawyer. Just sit down, pick their brains through everything, and just sat with the script for as long as I possibly could in the day and just get as much material out of it as possible. A huge part of the programme for me is her relationship with her children, the warmth and how personal that is. Sometimes you can feel, and when you're watching the series, that you can smell those children's skin coming through the screen. It's so personal and intimate. And that's a very difficult thing to play if it's not a natural thing on set. So I spent a lot of time with the children off set before we started filming. We'd gone days out and I found out what made them laugh. There's a lot of laughter in this. And so much so that they would be comfortable with me when we ad-libbed, and if we came off page, if we came off script, to make it ours, to own it. We worked really hard on that. Thirdly, we really worked hard on realism. If nobody ever didn't speak over each other, it was messy, Like we would speak to each other. We wanted the viewer to watch the show and think that they were spying on a family, watching something through a lens and not watching a drama.
I struggle to see him as a suitable candidate for bail.
Mum, I think that you... I think that we all make mistakes.
I could not have played Faith Howells without my director, Pip Broughton. The script came about years ago, and it came at the right time for me. I was bored out of my mind with the scripts that were coming through the door, with the parts I was being offered. There was no challenge. I wasn't scared anymore. And for somebody like me, who constantly needs to be challenged, I became complacent and fell out of love with it. And this part came through, and I knew it was going to be fight or flight. Might have been the swan song, but if it was going to be the swan song, it would have gone out with a bang. And she was the woman to do it with. She's got a very strong theatre background, as do I. She's an actor's director. Although aesthetically the show looks stunning, and there's her and Steve Laws, our DOP, who work brilliantly together. But what Pip does is internalises everything. She worked phenomenally with those children, and they called it the Pip bubble. And she would just, how she nurtured them on set was remarkable, really. And she taught me on this programme to be brave and to push my boundaries. And whenever I started to fall back into my comfort zone again, she ripped the chair away. So it was every day was terrifying, going to new areas, but what a brilliant story to be in that position with.
He's not back then.
You've heard?
Yeah, I saw something on Facebook, yeah.
As a jobbing actor, you work. You know, that's what you do. And you're blessed to work, and you're lucky to have a part offered to you. Of course, I still audition for tons of stuff. But it's the parts, I look forward from here on in for parts to be auditioned for or offered, or whatever the process may be, for me to play that people think I can't play. I look forward to the part coming through the door that I think I can't play, and that I think that I'm completely wrong for. I guess that's why I'm an actor. The writing has to be really good. I have to have trust with my director. You're only as good as the person opposite you. The cast and the crew, especially on Keeping Faith, are world class, and we're a small bunch, but we've supported each other and worked with each other intensely this last year. And it's, I think it's evident on screen that, you know, the quality of what we had there. What's important to me on future projects is that I don't fall back into playing the parts I know I can play. I look forward to being challenged every day when I walk on set and thinking, I don't know if I can pull this off. But that's the challenge of an actor. You don't become an actor to stay looking the same, to stay sounding the same. You become an actor to be a chameleon. So everything that comes in through that door, where I can just transform and become something else. That's why I do this job.